I wonder if that cop's gonna come back. All sorts of police activity. Okay, I don't know if this is a well thought out idea. I've ridden this trail many times in the day, but never at night. And I hear that there has been sightings on this trail of apparitions. This is the new configuration. Just finishing my night ride. It's Monday in Toronto. It's 11:30 p.m. I go on a ride. I run some of my night vision, my infrared night vision camera. I'm going to put some of the footage in this video, and I discuss about the level of violence and the level of disrespect towards the police in Toronto. The most recent incident was 3 young children in a stolen car, 2 12-year-olds and a 13-year-old, trying to run a cop over, and the cop shoots one of them. So stick around if you want to watch. Well, let's take a little scoot and have a little talk. So early this morning in Toronto, today is Monday, June the 15th, and another police-involved incident in the east end of Toronto. It involved a police officer getting hit by a stolen vehicle. Now, the stolen vehicle was being driven by a 12-year-old. That's right, you heard me correctly, a 12-year-old. And in that stolen vehicle was another 12-year-old and a 13-year-old. So the cop, after he got hit by the car, he shot at the car 5 times. Now the car fled the scene and was abandoned a short distance away, and the doors were open and there were bullet holes we got going on here. Two girls sitting in complete pitch darkness. At least I thought, I don't know, could have been a dude in a dress, I'm not sure. Fucking strange behavior, man. So anyhow, the police swarmed the area and they caught 2 of the 3 people. Now, one of the people that the police caught was the 12-year-old, and 12-year-old did get shot. He sustained a gunshot wound, a gunshot injury. So he is in hospital in serious condition, but apparently it's non-life threatening. Now, I looked at the still photography and some videos of the car, and it was I think it was a black Toyota Prius, and it had black dark tinted windows. So the cop couldn't see who was driving the car, and let alone it was a 12-year-old. The cop couldn't have figured that out or processed that quickly. And regardless, even if it is a 12-year-old or a 10-year-old or an 8-year-old driving the car, the police, if their life is in danger, they have to exhibit deadly force. So unfortunate, a 12-year-old got shot. This occurred, like I said, or if I didn't say, it was 1 in the morning. So 2 12-year-olds and a 13-year-old out in a stolen car in the east end of Toronto, and I believe it was it happened on Donlands Road Bridge or Donlands Bridge. I'll confirm that. But now, this is the level of criminality and the level of lawlessness and societal breakdown that we are experiencing in major cities throughout Canada. And this is the 3rd, or actually the 4th police involved incident in the last 6 weeks. Last week, Mark Pinzotto, he was shot and killed on Trethewey. 3 or 4 days earlier, an OPP cop, I can't remember his name right now, an OPP cop was run over by an 18-year-old in Hearst, Ontario. And prior to that was that OPP Golden Helmet motorcycle cop that was killed on the highway near Cobourg, which is east of Toronto. Now, I don't know if well, that investigation, I'm not sure if someone was responsible for his death or it was a single vehicle crash. He just crashed his motorcycle and succumbed to his injuries. But now, we all know that the youth in this country, and the youth in North America, and throughout the world for that matter, is pretty much out of control. A lot of these kids are being raised in single mother homes, or single mother, not single parent, it's single mother. The father is not around, and this is what happens when the father is not around. Kids get caught up in criminal acts because there's no discipline in the householder. And I'm not saying a single mother can't be a good mother or a good parent and discipline their children, because I know single mothers, and I know lots of single mothers, and they have raised good children. So I'm not saying all single mothers can't raise their kids properly, but in this case, you know, it goes without question that 3 kids, 12 and 13, try to run a cop over and get shot in a stolen car. I would say that the parent or parents failed those children. So I believe the threshold for charging a minor in Canada or in Ontario is 12 years old. I think if you're younger than 12 years old, you can't be charged. And so this person or persons are going to be charged. Now, obviously, the third person that the cops didn't apprehend yet, you know, you can pretty much guarantee that the other 2 12-year-olds or 13-year-old are going to rat their little buddy out. That goes without saying, if they know who he is, and they're going to pick him up as well. Now, right now, our fearless leader, Prime Minister Mark Carney, is back in his homeland. That's his words, not my words. He is in Ireland right now, and he said in front of a gathering of people at a podium that it was nice to be home. And he is aligning Canada with Europe. The United States, again, is a thing of the past. They are starting, or they are kicking off the New World Order coming out of Europe. So, I don't know what liberal in their right mind voted for this person, Mark Carney. He is blatantly saying he's not a Canadian. Never wears a Canadian lapel pin. I've said that in many of my videos. And he is telling the world essentially that he is European Irish. I have 25% Irish blood in me from a genealogy test. My background, my ancestry growing up, my parents told me that we were Irish on my dad's side, and that's where my grandfather was born in 1895, but he was born in Ontario. Apparently my great grandfather was born in Ireland. So I have Irish, Scottish, English, and Welsh, almost all equal parts. But I don't go around telling anyone I'm European. I go around telling everyone I'm Canadian, and I always have done that. Sure, a lot of people say they're not proud to be Canadian right now. I'm still proud to be a Canadian. I just want rid of the Liberal government. They are not doing the things for Canada that we need. They're not operating in the best interest of Canadians. They are operating in the best interest of their corporate globalist handlers, and that's full stop. Mark Carney is over in Europe right now. I don't know, you know what? All it would appear that he's doing is pissing Trump off more and more. But then you look at Trump, and it would appear that Trump has lost sight of Canada right now. He is too busy throwing UFC events on the White House lawn. He is too busy announcing that he has once again opened up the Strait of Hormuz and stopped the Israeli-American Iranian war. And he said that about 50 times now. So whether this is true or not, or whether it lasts, who knows. But Trump is becoming, to a high degree in my estimation, inconsequential on the world stage. And Mark Carney, like the guy flip-flops all over the place. We know that he is he's going one day and he's praising Trump, and he's saying if we make Canada strong and make America great again, then, you know, a week later he's over in France and Europe talking about the New World Order again and how they're cutting the United States out. The United States won't be part of it. Well, he said, I shouldn't say that. He said they will be part of it, but they won't be the sole administrator, so to speak. They won't be the world power like they have been for the last, you know, better part of a century. So he is putting Donald Trump on notice that the United States is no longer going to be the world police, so to speak. And that's how I read it anyways. Now, I don't know what Trump's going to do. I don't know. He just turned 80 years old. He's not getting any younger. So I don't know if he's going to counter. I don't know if he's going to counter what Carney's doing or not. But I hope he does it soon, because if he loses the midterms, he's going to be a lame duck president. These two girls are still sitting there in the dark. I think they're girls. I don't know. Who knows this day and age? I wasn't about to stop and find out. So, 3 really young kids stealing cars, jacking cars up, trying to run cops over in the East End. Mark Carney, not spending a whole lot of time in Canada. And when he's not in Canada, he's telling everyone that Canada is now a part of Europe. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to be done here, but like I said in my last video, not my last video, but the video before, I'm getting pretty sick of talking about it, to be honest with you. So, pretty soon I'm gonna have to shut up and start doing something. But that's gonna be my video for the night. It's 11:30. I'm heading back home now. And if you got any questions, comments, concerns, put it in the comment section. I'm gonna try to put some of my night vision footage in this video if you want to watch it at the end after I finish talking here. But I didn't really catch anything. Basically, I was just running my gear, reacquainting myself with it. I don't run it that often, so that's what I did. So thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, I don't know if this is a well thought out idea, but I'm just at the trailhead of the Carrying Place Trail, an ancient indigenous trading route which also European settlers used back starting late 1500s, early 1600s. And I've ridden this trail many times in the day, but never at night. And I hear that there has been sightings on this trail of apparitions at night. Apparitions of settlers, or European explorers, settlers, and indigenous First Nations people. So let's see if we can see any. Now, this is just the factory light on. That's first 1800 lumens. It's another 1800 lumens. And that's another 2400 lumens. And if I want to, I can bring out another 3000 lumens out of my tack light. And I have another 1800 lumens on my my Chester, well, my crossover. I'm not wearing a Chester, my crossover. And I have a red light too on my crossover. So let's give this a shot. It's 1 kilometer from here to the waterfalls and back. See if we can see anything down here tonight. If I see anyone walking down here, my guard is going to be immediately to the highest level it could go. Straight ahead is the waterfalls, you can hear it. Right through this trail over here in early January of 2025 on a minus 20 Celsius night, right through there, I did a winter camp, an overnight winter camp, a cold tent. The warmest I got in my tent, and it's a specialized tent, was I believe minus 9. But my sleep system was rated for minus 30, so I didn't have any problems. And I spent a little time today fixing up my rim and rotor and disc problem, my disc brake in the rear. So it's running very well right now. Knock on wood, my head. About another 3,000. This is my 3,000 tack light on now too. It lights up the woods pretty good. But one of the problems when you're doing these type of night rides on your own, and this trail is, I have to admit, it is pretty unnerving. You can't see what's coming up behind you. If no one has a light on coming up behind you, I wouldn't be able to see that in my rear view. I got one rear view mirror. But I'm doing about 25K. And if you're rolling through here over 25K with no lights on, well, you're a pretty good rider. Well, that was relatively uneventful. Relatively uneventful. Got a little squeak on my back brakes I don't like. This is a bridge for the Eglinton Crosstown LRT. Okay. Well, when I edit the film, or when I edit my on my GoPro, we'll see if we come across anything that I didn't see with my own eyes. With a lot of times when, well, not a lot of times, but, and not even so much with me, but some people when they're editing the film, they see things they didn't see when they're actually had their camera running. So maybe we will see a ghost from years past. This is currently the setup, but it's about to change in 1 second. This is the new configuration. It's good to run the gear every so often. Gets me reacquainted with my kit. That guy crossing the road, I couldn't probably catch it on my my cell phone cam, but I couldn't see him at first with my own eyes from this distance. Guy walking his dog over there. Let's get in tight. Now the purpose of my camera is not to look into people's houses. I'm not doing that. I want to, I set it up here because I got some street light traffic, and if the cops do come by and ask me, like, hey, listen, you can question me, I'll show you my ID, I got no problem with that. But I want to see if I can see some coyotes tonight. Well, I haven't seen anything quite yet, other than a bunch of cops racing up and down Scarlet Road, but I haven't seen any wildlife. Yeah, you gotta watch these holes when you're walking around in the dark fields. Wonder if that cop's gonna come back. All sorts of police activity. Holy shit. There are cops flying everywhere. Yeah, something's going on. Good to run the gear every so often. Be reacquainted with my kit. That guy crossing the road, I couldn't probably catch it on my my cell phone cam, but I couldn't see him at first with my own eyes from this distance. Guy walking his dog over there. Let's get in tight. Now the purpose of my camera is not to look into people's houses. I'm not doing that. I want to, I set it up here because I got some street light traffic, and if the cops do come by and ask me, like, hey, listen, you can question me, I'll show you my ID, I got no problem with that. But I want to see if I can see some coyotes tonight. Well, that's going to wrap up the night vision.
Just running the gear, like I said. I haven't come across any wildlife other than a bunch of people walking around. You imagine them coming up on me with this setup? They'd be dialing 911. Almost assuredly, they'd be dialing 911. This guy hasn't even seen me yet over here.